to rock first grade. I'm going to like fourth grade.
Seventh grade, here I come.
Ninth grade is going down. This resembles Bohr's atomic model. These resemble Thomson's model. The purpose of this experiment is to see if sound waves will be able to put out a candle. The wonder of light. What is light? It consists of 7 wavelengths. We can see because our eyes contain a balance of cells in our eyes called rods and cones. We cannot see any wavelength above or below visible light because we don't have enough cones to sense those wavelengths. Dogs, cats, and in fact almost all mammals cannot see the same range of color as us. They have only 2 cones. Have you ever wondered if those creepy eyeballs were good for anything? Well, they are. The majority of snakes can see infrared light with the help of special pits behind their eyes. The cones in our eyes stop working when it gets dark enough. But, drum roll please, there is one creature that trumps them all. The mantis shrimp. Mantis shrimp can see an ultraviolet, infrared, and polarized light. And to top that off, they can see visible light 10 times better than we can. All living organisms glow. These chemical reactions cause us to have ultra-weak photon emissions, or UPEs for short. The sheer diversity of what animals can see is shocking, and we glow. Who knew that something as simple as light and vision could be so awesome?
I'm freezing different things.
Magic Toilet by Ken Nesbitt. We have a magic toilet. It makes things disappear. Just toss them in and flip the switch, and presto, they're not here. We love our magic toilet. It's super fun to use. My brother flushed his baseball bat. My sister flushed her shoes. The baby flushed her bottle. I flushed my radio. It's crazy how things vanish, but we don't know where they go. Our mother flushed the sofa. She flushed our camping tent. That's when I looked around and said, I wonder where Dad went. Geography by Eleanor Fargia. Islands and peninsulas, continents and capes, dromedaries, cassowaries, elephants and apes, rivers, lakes and waterfalls, whirlpools and the sea, valley beds and mountaintops are all geography. The capitals of Europe with so many curious names, the North Pole and the South Pole and Vesuvius in flames, ice fields, cotton fields of maize and tea. The equator and the hemispheres are all geography. The fairy streets I live in, the meadows where I play, are just as much geography as places far away. Our yellow girls and coffee boys are learning about me, the little white-skinned stranger who's in geography.
The Gettysburg Address by Abraham Lincoln. 77 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Now we are engaged in a great civil war, testing whether that nation, or any nation so conceived or so dedicated, can long endure. We are met on a great battlefield of that war. We have come to dedicate a portion of that field as a final resting place for those who here gave their lives that that nation might live. It is altogether fitting and proper that we should do this. But, in a larger sense, we cannot dedicate, we cannot consecrate, we cannot hallow this ground. The brave men, living and dead, who struggled here have consecrated it far above our poor power to add or detract. The world will little note nor long remember what we say here, but it can never forget what they did here. It is for us, the living rather, to be dedicated here to the unfinished work which they who fought here have thus far so nobly advanced. It is for us to be here dedicated to the great task remaining before us, that from these honored dead we take increased devotion to that cause for which they gave the last full measure of devotion, that we here highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain, that this nation under God shall have a new birth of freedom, and that government of the people, by the people, for the people shall not perish from the earth.
Ella Telephony by Laura Richards. Once there was an elephant who tried to use a telephone. No, I mean an elephant who tried to use a telephone. Dear me, I'm not certain quite that even now I've got it right. However it was, he got his trunk tangled in the telephone. The more he tried to get it free, the louder buzzed the telephone. I fear I better drop this song of Elephop and Telephone.
I bought a Maserati by Ken Nesbitt. I bought a Maserati and a new Mercedes-Benz, plus a brand new Lamborghini I could show off to my friends. I purchased a Ferrari and an Aston Martin too, and a Porsche and a Jaguar and a BMW. I had them all delivered to my mansion in the hills. I like to sit and look at them, imagining the thrills. For though it's fun to be the richest 9-year-old alive, I'm sure I'll like it better when I'm old enough to drive.
Do you remember what this is called?
Egalucha. No, I don't.
Say coracle.
Obelisk. Roman red. This is a boat. This part is a paper and it's way prettier than that.
They asked a lot of questions on how to be saved. They wondered why the church was even there. Indulgences, your sins would be less in purgatory. purgatory was a place that the Catholics believed you went before heaven, where you got your soul cleansed. And they believed if you got indulgences, then that would lessen your sins in purgatory. And he became a monk and a scholar at age 22.
Whatever it's called thing. Reading. Cool, fun, touching, spying, running, cooking, mix some sugar, make some candy, sweet book.
T-A.
7th grade. School I always thought was a chore, all that reading and adding, oh what a bore. With math the answer I had no clue, with geography is the sea red or blue, with history all of those weird names, and science with large forests and flames. From 1st grade to 6th grade I was confused, but then came 7th grade out of the blue. I was amazed, excited and intrigued. Who knew that reading was interesting? I found out that spelling was sort of fun, in history reading about warriors and nuns. Reading about places way far away, like Chad in India and Paraguay. I aced it on writing and geography. Math not so much, I guess it's not meant for me. Now if you ask me if school was a chore, I'll shake my head and say no siree, I found out it's a whole lot more.
That's Sam. I am.
One day I was just minding my own business when the king of Babylon, an enemy of Israel, came and he attacked my city of Jerusalem. Where's Peter?
I don't know,
Yep.
sir. I don't know, sir.
Yes, you do. Yeah!
That was going to be the worst Christmas ever, ended up being the best one in history.
This is the book that I wrote, Stories with the King, and there's 3 books of it.
Basically, the initial calling is to just come, walk behind Jesus, walk in his footsteps along the journey of life, to learn from him.
Mr. Val. Oh, John, if I bake this bitter butter,
grade book. I'm 7 years old, and my favorite food is pizza, and my favorite book is Jesus and Ramona. My favorite subject in school was history because you get to make things. What I'll miss about school is read aloud.
In 4th grade, something new I learned was division, and in grammar, adverbs and adjectives. And something that was hard, I ran a mile in 8 minutes and 15 seconds. And then my favorite book this year in 4th grade is The Candy Makers. And my favorite activities in 4th grade was shot put, discus, and running. My favorite subject in 4th grade was math.
In 7th grade, something new I learned was not to give up no matter how hard it gets. Something that was hard was definitely math. It was a lot harder this year than any other. My favorite book this year is The Golden Goblet, and stay tuned because there's a book trailer at the end. My favorite activities were doing javelin, and my favorite subjects were geography, reading, and writing.
9th grade really was a challenge, but I learned a lot of new things and it was very beneficial.
What I'll miss about
Abraham Lincoln's Gettysburg. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to my presentation. Wonder of Light.
Let's try again.